New John Bravo drop. This time, Jack Doherty illegally groomed dozens of girls in bombshell admission with Adam 22.
Make the most money off of?
Probably the agency side of things.
But so what's that consist of? Like, how do you get new girls to work with?
Just
DM them?
just happens. I don't know. Just
Meet them?
It's different.
This broccoli-haired pizza chit.
Jack Doherty, that little flat-faced little pimp wannabe piece of shit. You guys know who that is, right?
All accurate, by the way. Jack Doherty has a OnlyFans funnel system that prints him millions of dollars a month. It revolves around short-form content, and he takes majority cut of the young teens / early 20s OnlyFans girls. Now, he's also affiliated with Creators Inc., an absolute scam lord of a CEO who has something to do with this entire operation.
Well, if not, let me remind you exactly who he is. He's that little kid that goes around in the streets like a little asshole and harasses innocent people and then hides behind his bodyguards like a little bitch when the people get...
He also just got ran up on and his chains snatched. Got robbed of like $300K.
pissed off. Or, do you remember the McLaren? He went on a live stream, crashed his McLaren, his
He did do that as well.
cameraman who was sitting next to him got badly injured, right? Bleeding all over. And what does Jack do? Do you think he cared to go and comfort the kid to see if he was all right? No, he just sat there trying to film the incident for more attention. Or, the best yet, he became a multi-millionaire, not from making those stupid, shitty videos, right? But from taking girls at a young age, some not even legal, and grooming them and turning them into sharmutas and making millions off of it. Well, he just did an interview with no jumper, Adam 22, right? Another piece of shit. And he tells them many things about this operation. Wait until I tell you how it all comes out.
I feel like people's egos get in the way of everything. Why would you go on Adam 22 and just expose yourself?
First, I want to say, I don't have a problem with OnlyFans. In fact, sometimes,
I do. Spiritually devoid. Psychic damage.
I like certain girls to have OnlyFans, but there's a difference between having an OnlyFans and making an adult decision than when you're 16, 17 years old, maybe just turning 18, and then starting one because your brain is not developed. You can't understand. You don't have the life experience to understand how decisions like this, regardless of the money you're going to make, can affect your future. And I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, John, these sharmutas are going to do it anyway, right? Well, yeah, maybe they're going to do it, but they're going to be older so they can make a rational decision about it. So now saying that, Jack the shithead was on the Adam 22 podcast, and this podcast was members only. So if you're not a member...
Getting pimped out by Jack Doherty has got to be one of the most embarrassing things imaginable.
You can't see all the bullshit these guys are spitting, but of course, I'm going to show it to you.
Adam 22 is a cuck. Jack Doherty's a broccoli-haired piece of shit.
First, before I tell you all that, speaking of Adam 22, the piece of shit, you remember the story that...
You simply cannot go lower than Adam 22's podcast.
Came out, where he likes other men to do things to his wife. She's an OnlyFans girl. He's an OnlyFans guy. They do things together on there, but...
I'm pretty sure Adam 22, similar to how liberal white women get one-shotted by ayahuasca, Adam 22 got one-shotted by pornography and is stuck in the sunken place of the goon. Jordan Peterson talks about this. He's in the belly of the beast. If there's one person that personifies and exemplifies adult content and the stranglehold that it can have, it's Adam 22.
He didn't mind her going out and
Adam 22, more like Adam 22 dudes are banging my girl.
finding men to do it, right? Well, not only that, he likes the men to do her and things to her in front of him. He sits there, back, watching it,
From the king's chair.
enjoying it, doing things with him, with them. I don't want to know.
This is some Sodom and Gomorrah type shit. There's a reason why God turned them all to salt.
Right? But when this happened, none of us could understand. We said,
One reaches peak goon after putting it in the skibushi.
he's a simp. He's a cuck. Who would do this to their own wife? Even if it's for a lot of money. We didn't understand it, right? Well, on this interview, he
He
revealed
doesn't care about his wife, to be honest. What makes you say that?
something about himself. And, I'm not saying I have problems with people's lifestyle and their choices. I don't. But this explains everything because Jack is sitting across from him, right? And he tells Jack, he goes, listen, I just did a video on OnlyFans, and it was with your brother. So this explains everything about the guy now.
I don't know, but I remember my brother was like, yo, Adam 22 wants to do some gay shit with me. I'm like, I wasn't surprised, but I was more like, he wants to do with you? Like, that's just random,
Pretty sure there's a publicity stunt.
but okay.
Yeah, my PR guy is gay, and he was like basically made like a little list of like the top gay OnlyFans creators that we could potentially do it with, and he's like, well, this one's Jack Doherty's brother. I'm like, wow, really? That's sick. I'm like, that makes it way better. Yeah,
Literally. That was
So
funny.
you didn't even know who that was before the interview?
I didn't interview him, but we just did this photo shoot together and
Yeah.
stuff. I knew because they told.
This entire podcast makes me want to take a shower and use my favorite soap. Use cheeky.com/Philly on 10% off. I just feel dirty, Gotta be clean.
Told me like, yo, this is
This
is one guy that you could do it with. In retrospect, I probably should have done it with a black guy.
Why? Was it?
I just think it would have been funnier to people,
Jason Love.
but I don't think anybody would believe that he was gay.
So back to Jack, like I was saying, I always wondered how this kid was a millionaire because you look at his YouTube channel, it's not doing well anymore. He's banned from everything that he gets on Kick, Twitch. He gets banned right away for all the stupid shit he does. So how does he get rich? How does he make his money? And you guys remember the conversation when he was with Wes Watson, the biggest piece of shit, or maybe he's
He's an e-pimp.
not, let me know in the comments. Wes asked him, he said, listen, are you making money by pimping these sharmutas? And he said, yes.
What do you even do on OnlyFans? You pimp these
There it is, Creators Inc., his management company.
bitches out?
Sorta. Not really.
Yeah, Jack. My man.
Nah.
Dude, I told my chick on the way here, I'm like,
Maybe I'm retarded, but I never understood guys' fascination with pimping and this machismo around exploiting women. I think that whole culture just like missed me, private school, Long Island, handsome, ultra successful and intelligent at a young age. I just never, I don't get it. So it's almost like they're speaking a different language.
dude, some of Jack's chicks make like $1 million a month. She's like, she was gonna come over and suck your. I'm like, you can if you want, fuck it, but you ain't coming back. I mean, that's a choice. You got to commit to that one.
I remember when pimps used to wear purple suits and walk funny. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the vision I have in my head of what a pimp is. And now it's a broccoli-haired pizza chin.
You're gone if you make that choice late.
So since then, I've always
Alpha men hate women, you know, the single thing they claim they desire most. Hitting women runs cover for their homosexuality. Freud speaks of this.
wanted to find out more information about his
Yeah, just fucking walking with a staff, a pimp cane, +2 intellect, 5 mana regen.
operation. And now he tells us.
Like streaming's like my side thing, you know. It's like I just do it because I really enjoy it. Like I actually really like streaming.
What do you think you make the most money off of?
Probably like the agency side of things.
But so what's that consist of? Like, how do you get new girls to work with?
Just
DM them?
just happens. I don't know.
Just meet them
It's different.
out and about?
Yeah.
Go to parties, meet girls, ask them if they want to start OnlyFans?
Sometimes just friends with the other girls. Just depends.
But you never, you don't have your girls do actual sex stuff for the most part on OnlyFans, right?
No, they do whatever like they're comfortable with.
Okay.
Essentially, they post bikini photos. And lewd content. Never quite crossing that straight gooner material. So it's like a win-win on all sides. It's just a fucking second Instagram that prints money. Except Jack Doherty's taking the most off the top.
And then the story starts coming together because he starts bringing up Sam Frank. You guys know who Sam Frank is? Yeah, she's a OnlyFans big-time sharmuta. Yeah, but not only that. Neon, the biggest nerd, piece of shit, just like Jack going around doing stupid shit for fame because he doesn't have any talent. That's his girlfriend now that he simps for 24/7.
Pretty sure that's not a real relationship. Could be wrong.
So if you wonder why Jack and him, they hate each other, right? It's because they share things between each other with the same girl.
This is all Gooner's fault. Stop gooning. Please.
Friend.
Did you used to manage Sam Frank
Yeah.
before he was dating her?
Yeah.
I wanted Sam to be here, obviously, to, you know, say stuff for herself so it doesn't look like a one-sided thing. And I want Sam to be able to
These are just like Long Island locals to me, and I wish I was kidding. Like I know where this was filmed.
explain herself as well. So, Sam,
Hello, Jack. Honestly, don't hate me.
I broke up with her, if anything, so.
No, this was mutual because...
I broke up with her.
Nah, I said it first, honestly, but he was just
Nope.
like,
Nope.
okay, I agree with you. Like,
And now the story gets interesting. He starts explaining that he met Sam as kids in grammar school, right?
All right, so yeah, break that down. So how did you even discover her?
We grew up together.
Oh,
We lived like really a minute away from each other in the same neighborhood. We went to like elementary school together.
Oh,
Yeah, so we've known each other forever.
And then they went to high school together. He moves her in. They start dating. He tells her he loves her.
all right. So you guys, elementary friends, grew up together and shit. So then you started bringing her around and like, hey, I can manage and help your career out. Like, how did that? Or it was just a friendship?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like super into YouTube, and you know, when I was like 15, 16, we were like making videos together and stuff, and that's how like she kind of like became like a character in my channel.
And then he got a bright idea. He goes and uses his social media fame to make her famous on Instagram.
I moved to LA like 6 months after like she moved in, and then from there we just like I grew her social media accounts, and then yeah.
And then, even a brighter idea, he influences her and tells her, you know, let's start an OnlyFans. We can be millionaires, right? So that's what he does. She starts an OnlyFans. She makes him hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Let's turn her into a sharmuta.
They end up breaking up, and he's still collecting money because she signed a contract. And then after how he saw it worked with Sam, you know, that recipe, he said, I need more, you know, I need more money. So I need to find more sharmutas. So one by one, he started gathering a bunch of girls and started grooming a whole army of sharmutas. He blew up their social media. He started them in OnlyFans.
Grooming? Are you sure? Listen, John, Mr. Bravo, I'm all ears.
He made them sign a contract, and he made millions more. And then he has a new girlfriend, which they just broke up. Some of you may know or you may not know, right? What did he do with her? The same as he did with Sam and all the other sharmutas.
Hello, Philion. I have received the slop signal and have arrived late. Never apologize for being late to the stream because you're early to the movement.
He moved her in. He built her social media, her Instagram following, started an OnlyFans with her, did things on those OnlyFans with her so his fans can watch. I don't understand why till now why anyone wants to watch that shit. She signed a contract, but now they're broken up, and he's still collecting hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, I always say, you know,
So it seems like there's predatory contracts involved. Andrew Tate talks about this.
spoke about this before. That money isn't everything in life. Yeah, it makes life easier, right? But it's not, in the end, it's not gonna make you happy. And with these two pieces of shit, which I didn't even get into that much with Adam 22, but Adam 22 and Jack Doherty, these two people will literally do anything for money. I mean, Jack, look what he says here. You guys know the Highland boys, those sick brothers that, you know, they do things. I gotta be careful with how
Yeah, those girls who don't agree to the contracts get thrown off the boat. They get left to the sharks in Miami.
say it over here. Well, he managed them, and they had OnlyFans, and he did things on there with them, and he's sitting there bragging with Adam 22 about how much money he made, and he's proud of it.
So she said that that you made out with the Island Boys. Was she just lying?
Who?
McKinley.
No, I kissed him.
Wait. Like,
Come on, it's not that gay. Like,
but did you get anything out of doing it?
yes, bro. Are you kidding me? I made fucking millions of dollars off that shit. Like, we all did. Like, it was insane. Like,
It's off kiss. It's on video.
yes. And I was getting a percentage off them at the
Jab, be real. Are you kissing the homies for a couple M's?
time too, which was like a couple $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
And then fucking what I was making off it too was just like stupid. It was just like retarded fucking money at the time. Like, as gay
Some of you would kiss me for $10. I bet some of you would even pay me to kiss me.
as it was, like, fuck. That gay money was good. Like, fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking crazy. You said that fucking game one was good.
Yo, you're capping. If you're not kissing your boy for $1 million. A little peck.
Making money off.
Yeah, it was lit.
Respect.
Bro, I was just off my cut. I was like, holy shit. Like, this is lit. And then, fuck, they got banned. I'm like, God damn it.
I would have done it. I would have signed them up.
Yeah, no. It was
Why
lit.
not?
So, you know, I was thinking, you know, what's the saddest? You know, this story is sad if you really think about it. But what's the saddest thing? Where's the parents of this Jack the shithead?
His dad is playing golf. Like, literally.
Where's his parents, right? Where are they? They're collecting money. That's what they're doing. Do you think they care what their son's going out and doing in his life? No. They're pimping their son for money because where do you think? You know the expression, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree? Well, what do you think he's doing? He's pimping those girls just like his parents are pimping him.
That's how you're gonna end it?